Hello guys, so I am finally listening to Kylie Minogue's 10th studio album. My patrons voted this to be the next Kylie album reaction, so here we are. Which, speaking of, if you'd like to see this video uncut, you can do so on my Patreon. The link is in the description. Let's get into it, starting off with Two Hearts, which I have reacted to. I can so vividly remember the looks she served in the music video. Some very interesting synths going on in the background. Never noticed those. I swear it's her vocal performance that's really selling this song. I can't even describe it, but it's so fun. Kinda camp. That was my second time hearing the song, and I still feel the same about it. I think it's great. Loved the way she sang the song especially. And of course the production is great. I'm expecting great production throughout this entire album based on the songs that I've already heard from it, which there are quite a few, but you know, excited to finally be getting the full listening experience. Alright, Like a Drug. Okay. I'm already loving this. This is screaming late Y2K. Obviously it is from that era, but the nostalgia is hitting me. Woo. I'm very impressed by this chorus. It doesn't go overboard, but it's incredibly catchy. Oh my gosh, I feel like I just left Club Euphoria. I don't know what Club Euphoria is, and in fact, I am not the going out type whatsoever. I've never even stepped foot in a club, but I just lived vicariously through Kylie with that song, and that's all I will ever need in this life. To expand on why I was so impressed by the chorus, I love that it's melodically pleasing as opposed to extravagant, if that makes sense, because the instrumentation is already doing so much. She gave a very smooth vocal, and it was a nice compliment to the harshness of the electronic synths and whatnot. Next up, In My Arms, which I have also reacted to.
How do you describe a feeling? I've only ever dreamt of this. How does it feel in my arms? How does it feel in my arms?
The instrumentation is so heavy, but her voice is just flying above it. So well mixed. That song's just pop perfection, in my opinion. Well, as far as singles go. I believe that was my third or fourth listen, including live performances that I've seen, which, by the way, I've only seen her do an acoustic performance of that song, which is kind of funny to me. It was a great performance though. However, I am of course looking forward to seeing her perform the song in all its glory, but as I was saying, after that third or fourth listen, the main thing that jumped out at me is how clean the production is. I really did not appreciate that as much as I should have when I reacted to it the first time, probably because I was so distracted by the music video. Next up, Speakerphone.
Music make you lose control.
Oh. Oh my gosh. When she started with Music Make You Lose Control, I was fully expecting Missy Elliott to appear out of nowhere. I just realized I'm enjoying the song so much because it reminds me of a track from Blackout by Britney Spears. This is epic. I can't lie, I was focusing a little too hard on those lyrics because I was trying to make sure I wasn't missing a sexual innuendo. I don't think I did. I feel like that's one of those songs that's not actually about anything. It's just a feeling. I could see that being a divisive song. I personally loved it. I just mentioned Britney's Blackout. That's one of my favorite albums of all time. So needless to say, that super electronic, auto-tune at 110%, effects everywhere type of pop music is right up my alley. I just love it. But of course, when you do that much with a song, it still has to be creative. Otherwise, it's going to sound like an extreme hot mess. She had fun with it, and that's the most important thing to me. Granted, it's not a song I would seek out all the time. I'd play it when going through the full album, but I probably wouldn't gravitate towards it. Next up, Sensitized.
Sensitized by every word that you say. Boy, you got me messed up, but I like it that way.
Am I the only one getting some country vibes from this track? I think it's pretty cool, but
Energized by all
I feel like she could strip this back and turn it into a country song.
that burns a spark to the flame. If my
Nice stacked vocals.
can't hold back the minute I try.
If her body could talk. In other words, if he could read her body language, take it down. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
Every touch, whatever you do, baby, you trip the switch and I'm sensitized.
I do not want this song to be over.
Every touch, whatever you do, baby, you trip the switch. I turn on for you. I turn on for you.
I was tantalized by Sensitized. What a song. What an earworm. I think that one has a lot of potential to end up a top 3 track. But we'll see. I'm going to have a hard time picking a top 3 from this album. I'm not even going to worry about it right now. Loved those 90s and country vibes I got from Sensitized. Again, guys, let me know if you hear that as well. I can't possibly be the only one hearing those influences. Next up, Heartbeat Rock.
Cause I can make your heartbeat rock. 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 Baby, show me what you got. Baby, show me what you make it so damn hot. I can make it so damn hot. 'Cause I can make your heartbeat.
I do love that she's continued the theme of using her vocal as percussion in many of these songs.
Check that.
Heartbeat rock was not my favorite on that initial listen, but it did grow on me a little as the song progressed. I didn't think it was horrible, but I don't see myself revisiting it. My biggest issue is I felt it was a little weak melodically. And next up, the one, the only, which I have, of course, reacted to. It's only one of my favorite Kylie songs ever. By the way, I am shocked at how sonically cohesive this album has been so far.
Starlight shimmers everywhere. There's a certain something in the air. Can you feel what I feel in me? It's in the air, electricity. I'm the one. Love me, love me, love me, love me. I'm the one.
Such a simple chorus, but so effective. Repetition done right. Especially with those gradually building harmonies. Yeah, still iconic. That's about all I can say. That was one of the first Kylie songs that genuinely hooked me, along with Slow. I kept going back to those two, and of course the rest is history. Another well-produced track with heavy EDM influences, and I love the build-up from the bridge to the last chorus. That explosion feels so euphoric every time I listen to it. And next up, No More Rain, which is kind of funny because it's literally just started to rain outside. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign.
Sun coming up on another day. Got a second-hand chance, gonna do it again. Got rainbow colors and no more rain.
I really like this chord progression. And I am loving a lot of what's happening melodically.
Rainbow colors and no more rain. Sun coming up on another day. Got a second-hand chance. Wave of love coming over me. Got a glitter drop to fall and I'm on my knees. Got the sound of you ringing in my ears.
Okay, so as I mentioned a moment ago, there were a lot of things happening in that song melodically that I was able to appreciate, but overall, it wasn't my favorite on my initial listen. I'm actually not quite sure how I feel about it. I'm going to have to give it a few more listens to fully digest it. I think it just threw me off a bit because it was quite the departure from the previous tracks. All right, next up, All I See, which I've reacted to.
Weekend has arrived, everybody's trying to find something to get into. My friends wanna go out, but I can't cancel my plans.
I'm already enjoying this song a lot more than I did when I reacted to it the first time.
This is better than your touch. So baby girl, we just begun. Right now they're playing our song, dance floor is ours. All I see is you. The DJ's got me feeling like I did when I first met you. And there's nothing that can break us apart in two. 'Cause all I see is you. Please don't let me go. My love for you's growing more.
All I See definitely grew on me. I believe that was my second listen, and it was nice to pay closer attention to it without having the distraction of the music video. It's still not one of my favorites, but I can definitely appreciate it, and I would not skip it when listening to the album all the way through. All right, next up, Stars. Hello, bass.
You're asking yourself what's real, what to do with these feelings that you're having inside. Surreal, yeah, 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 yeah. Because in time you find life and all of its graces. So open up your mind's eye.
Already in love with the song. Also, who knew Kylie Minogue invented astrophysics? I was today years old when I learned that. Wow. Stars gave me goosebumps. I wasn't sure where she was taking me at first, but once the bass kicked in and I started to understand it melodically, I got into it pretty quickly. Then the chorus came along and knocked me off my feet. Also, that was not Kylie Minogue. That was Kylie DeGrasse Tyson, if you ask me. Next up, Wow, which I have reacted to. I almost forgot how obsessed I was with this chorus when I first heard it. Such a good melody. I mean, another song I'm very excited to watch some live performances of. Wow is another song I would describe as perfect pop. For me personally, it's on the same level as In My Arms. It has that instant punch you in the face with my catchiness, and it's very unapologetic. You can't listen to that song and not at least smile. Alright, next up. Nudity. Huh. Okay. Alright.
Hang your coat up. Lock the doors up. Let the steam rise, dim the spotlights. Alright. Are you ready to let it go tonight?
We're back in Kylie's blackout era, and I'm loving it.
Time to strip down. Just pop a zipper for me and then work that thing out.
By the way, I just have to clarify. Guys, whenever I bring up blackout, I do mean it as a compliment. I'm not trying to compare Kylie and Britney whatsoever. I'm sure most of you guys watching understood that already, but I'm sure there will be a few people who are itching to mix up my words, so yeah. Alright. I actually thought that song was a perfect follow-up for Wow. That song is like Wow's older sister, who's a stripper, you know? That's the vibe the song gave me. That's another song I'm sure it's not for everyone, but it is for me. And lastly, we have Cosmic.
Wanted to write a song called a view of the earth. Wanted to be your lonesome cowboy. I wanted
Cowboy style?
to love you till it hurt. I put these things aside for years till laughter took the place of tears. It's like I was asleep, yet now I'm here. I'm here. The laughter took the place of tears. It's like I was asleep, yet now I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, I'm assuming Kylie wrote Cosmic, if not a majority of it, because she is listed as the primary writer along with the producer. And I mean, she did reference writing the song in the first lyric, so that's my assumption. I really appreciated that song lyrically. I loved how vulnerable she was. It was a nice way to end the album, especially after Wow and Nudity back to back. I totally understand her not wanting to end the album on such a chaotic note. That said, sonically, it was not my favorite. And again, I feel like I'd enjoy it so much more as an outright ballad. I don't know if she's ever performed it as a ballad or with some extra things going on with the instrumentation, but I'd love to hear the song live anyways. I am so happy with this album. In my opinion, the album tracks matched the energy of the singles, which is what I was hoping for. You know, it does sound like a 2007 pop album, but the majority of these tracks have aged very well, in my opinion. And shout out to everyone involved in the production, because I am so happy that her vocals were not drowned out by the instrumentation in any of these tracks. In fact, it felt to me like these songs were carved around her vocal, and that's very important to me when it comes to making such heavily produced pop music. A lot of artists and producers should take note of that. Favorites. Well, we have Two Hearts, Like a Drug, In My Arms, Speakerphone, Sensitized, The One, Stars, Wow, and Nudity. And if I had to pick a top three, I'd say Sensitized, The One, and Stars. Let me know your thoughts on this album overall and your top three. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!